Hi, I'm Marcus. I'm an Austrian game music composer living in Berlin. The music of Gangs of Sherwood is like a wild ride in a distorted medieval setting with electronic but still also orchestral elements that we can combine the sci-fi, fantasy and medieval world. Most of the inspiration we took is from researching very old dances in the medieval and Victorian times. So that it still has this kind of dance moves in the soundtrack, so it keeps the medieval feel, but really play with the fantasy aspect of it. One of the challenges for this soundtrack was to merge the sci-fi, fantasy and medieval settings. So I looked into all those kind of medieval instruments and took this as a source and morphed them, distorted them, treated them so that you don't really recognize that few synth sounds are actually created from very old medieval instruments. And I took that approach to simply have like the modernness in it, but still refers to the medieval setting. We have done several research simply to find the instrument that represents the world of gangs. And therefore we used instruments like the straw violin, hurdy-gurdy, and also distorted instruments, medieval, skin drums, and electronics. As we have done a research, I came across that instrument that I thought was really fitting for the world, and it was the straw violin. So I forwarded a picture of that instrument to the director and audio studio we are working with, and the reply was, if there is an instrument out there that is literally coming from that kind of universe, then it would be the straw violin. You can imagine that instrument like a normal violin, but with a big metal funnel attached to it. And that was really the look of what you also see in the game here and there with the metal and tech medieval kind of setting. Interaction, of course, is always a big part of game music. So in Gangs, when you fight a lot, there are several music layers popping up how you perform in your fight. You're fighting a lot, so when you do a lot of combos, you will notice that also the music will change. And if you perform very well, the high top line with the main theme and instruments will be fully hearable, while like on the bass layers, mostly just the rhythm section. The main theme was very fun to create. It was surely one of the first kind of melodic ideas that I had to put in an interval, especially at the beginning, that really represents the game's intentions. And I took inspiration of fanfares from that time. So when you hear the first kind of key melody at the beginning, it really refers always and comes forward in the game throughout.